We're live. Yes. Can you hear me? Do you hear me well?
Yes, I can.
Okay, awesome. Leanne Rodway. First of all, I want to say that my name is Jonna Bateman. I also go by Grace. So you can call me either or tonight, okay? All
John.
right. So, first of all, where are you currently right now?
Right now, I'm on the beautiful Gold Coast in Australia.
Australia. Wow. See,
Yes.
I have to keep up with you all. I've been speaking with so many different people, so I got to make sure I know exactly where you are. What time is it there?
Now it is 10:23 a.m. on
Okay,
Wednesday morning.
on Wednesday morning. Awesome.
Yeah.
So today we're going to be talking about be it before you see it.
Yeah.
Now, I can't wait to hear about this because I know you had an amazing testimony. But before we get started, I do want to know what's your current relationship status again?
My current relationship status is choosing to be single.
Okay. All right. Tell me about that. Choosing to be single.
Um, I've been married twice.
Okay.
I've gone through a lot of domestic violence and abuse throughout
Okay.
my entire life. And I
Wow.
just seem to manifest more of it into my marriages until I decided to be my own rescue 5 years ago.
Okay. So you got out of your last abusive marriage 5 years ago?
Yes. So I've
And
been
when
single
uh-huh.
ever since.
Okay, and that's actually a good thing. It's you taking time to really become who you need to be so that you can attract that
Absolutely.
right. So you can attract that better man who is out there for you. So tell
Yes.
me about your first marriage. Are you healed from that first marriage?
I'm healed from all.
Okay.
My first marriage was very physical. I suffered multiple fractures and broken bones, including in my back and dislocated hip, ribs, nose, you name it, I suffered it. Um, I've healed from everything now. I've forgiven.
That's
My
good.
past does not equal my future.
That's right. Right. And when how old were you when you entered into that marriage?
I was 23.
23. And how long did it last?
I stayed there for 13 years.
13 years. In that
Yeah.
marriage, when did it start getting physically abusive?
Well, it was pretty early on.
Okay.
Um, but like all of us who suffer through abusive relationships, we stay for a number of reasons of
Mhm.
financial reasons,
Okay.
children.
Okay, you all had children together?
Yes.
How m
Well, I already had two,
Okay.
and then I had a third with him.
Mhm.
And he was raising my other two as his own. But
Okay.
yeah, it was pretty violent. There was a lot
Mhm.
of alcohol by
Mhm.
him. Um,
How did he treat your children?
he never touched them.
That's good.
So his problem was just with women because I
Mm.
feel he was adopted.
He was adopted.
Yeah.
And it might
So
be some abandonment issues that he might have been suffering with.
yeah, I feel there was. His
Mhm.
stepmother was the most beautiful woman I've ever met in my entire life. She was just
Mhm.
this big old country woman she just loved so much. She was a beautiful woman. And
Right.
he does have an actual kind heart. And that's why I fell in love with him because he used to always help everybody all the time.
Mhm.
He's
So what
very
was the
popular
issue?
where he is, but
You said what now?
I said he's very popular where he is. Everybody loves him. But he stopped drinking now.
Okay, that's good. So he's in a better
So
place.
he's in a much better place. And I've forgiven him and I can go
Good.
stay at his place and he can come stay at my place.
Really? That's great.
Yeah,
So,
you got to do this stuff for your kids, even if they're
yeah,
grown. You got to keep the family together.
right,
You know?
right,
It doesn't mean I forget what happened
right.
because I can't, but I've forgiven,
That's
but I've
great.
actually forgiven myself for
Mm-hmm.
allowing me to stay in that relationship for so long. Because I can't just blame him because I
Right.
taught him how to treat me.
Mm, so
I
true.
allowed it. I allowed it by staying the first time.
Mm-hmm. It's very true. And once you got out of that relationship, how long did it take for you to enter into the next one?
Mm, Within maybe a year.
A year. And you all were
Yeah.
married. You all were
I've actually
married.
been in 4 relationships, but married twice. So
But
I
were
really,
all four of them abusive?
no, the next one wasn't so much abusive. He was just younger, and he ended up wanting babies, and I didn't. I was with him for 7 years. He was probably the
You was
love
with
of my
him for
life.
7 years.
Yeah.
Wow. And there was no abuse in that relationship.
No,
That's good.
no,
So,
he was just the most romantic man I've ever met in my life. Like, he would sing to me all the time. He would leave love notes all around the house, everywhere, for when I woke up. He would call me at work and just tell me he loved me and hang up. He would surprise me with picnic lunches. He was my perfect man, really. But he was just much younger, and he ended up wanting babies. But, closer he got
mm,
to 40, the more he wanted babies. So we split up.
oh. And how much younger was he?
He was 10 or 11 years younger.
That's not bad. Oh.
So I was in my 40s then,
Uh-huh.
and he was in his 30s. Um, yeah, so it was
So,
very beautiful.
oh, well, I mean, so you would you ever talk to him again because you're single now? Would you ever?
Um, yeah, but he got married and he ended up having his babies, and
Okay.
yeah, so he
Yeah.
ended up having twins. So I'm sure he's happy
Wow.
where he is right now.
Okay. Totally understand. So what about the third relationship?
Third one was my second. Well, so the first one was the father of my eldest two children, who left me when I was 8 months pregnant and ran off with another woman. So that was the first.
Wow.
He was also abusive.
Okay.
But then I married my actual husband, first husband.
Okay, so oh wow. So the first one when you had the first children from, he was abusive. You got pregnant by him.
Yes, I was 16 when I got with him. He
Okay.
he was there at the time my father died.
Mm-hmm.
So he knew how to manipulate me and pay
Right.
me up. And I ended up running away from home and being with him.
Mm-hmm.
And we had 2 kids, but he left
Mm-hmm.
me when I was 8 months pregnant with the second one.
Wow. And how old was he?
He was 3 years older than me. So
Okay. So
he
about
was,
19.
yeah.
Okay. So
Um,
let's kind of
I didn't
fast.
have my first child until I was 18,
Okay,
and
gotcha.
my second one at 21.
Okay, and I want to kind of fast forward to the the second abusive marriage. That marriage
Well,
you got
that
in,
one was abusive.
you said they were all abusive?
Yeah, that one was narcissistic abuse.
Can you explain narcissistic abuse?
That one was all mind games.
Ooh.
He did hit me once. I actually married him with a black eye. You'd think I'd freaking learn, but I didn't,
Yeah.
because it wasn't him. I wanted to stay for his kids because his kids were not in a good place. Um, Neither their mother nor him were really good. So I was
Mhm.
staying for the kids. Big, big, big mistake. Because he ended up turning them against me also.
Wow. How did he
Um,
do that?
he turned everybody against me. This is what a narcissist does, okay?
Mm.
They will, like, he was the most well-mannered gentleman I've ever met in my life,
Mm-hmm.
okay? He opens your car doors, he carries your handbag, he helps you with your shopping, and
Mm-hmm.
always please and thank you. Always, always, always. And he was such a master at his narcissism that he could control his anger. You wouldn't even know he was angry. He could just control it. But what he would do is play mind games.
Like
He
what?
literally, he would, well, it started with, because I used to live in New Zealand then. That's where I met him. He was South
Mm-hmm.
African.
Okay.
And I met him in New Zealand maybe 6 months after my good relationship broke up.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Did you ever regret leaving that good relationship?
well, I had no choice. It was what he wanted.
Oh, he wanted because he felt
He
like it wasn't going.
wanted it. He wanted it.
Okay. Okay.
I didn't want it. He wanted it. I was happy to
Yeah.
adopt or do whatever I had to do to give him a child, but he wanted his own child, and just things happened.
Yes.
Anyway, so back to my last husband, the
Mm-hmm.
narcissist.
Yep.
He started with, like, it's just subtle things, you don't even know what's happening. He would manipulate the kids,
Mm-hmm.
and he would have his daughter reporting on me all the time. And he was actually sleeping around also, even though I was trying to save
Mm.
him and his family.
Mm.
But I didn't know all this. And it wasn't until we had this thing with some friends, and he would just make me do everything.
Meaning?
Meaning, like, after the earthquakes, we had to get some wiring done on our property. So he went to his friend and asked him to do the wiring for us. But his
Mm-hmm.
friend said no. And he told me his friend said no. But he then kept going on that he was going to use him to get him
Okay.
to come do this. And he would have me call his friend. But
Mm-hmm.
his friend had already said no. So he's making me call his friend's wife and get all these details and everything from them. So then the friend would call me and abuse me.
What?
Yeah, because he'd already told him no, but he was using me to keep this going. And he did that with a lot of friends. He
Uh,
would do things and say things to them, and then he would turn around and blame me, or he'd get me to do something that I wasn't supposed to do.
Wow.
And they would say, "Why did you do this?" And it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't me. But I didn't understand what was happening then.
Right.
Would always have me deal with all the problems.
Mm-hmm.
So then when anyone would come back at him, it was Leanne, not him. She
Right.
did this to him.
Right.
Then it was, once we come to Australia,
Mm-hmm.
I realized something was happening between him and the neighbor, because she kept calling him every time, even though she was there and we were now in Australia. She was calling him all the time, but
Mm-hmm.
always saying that, oh, it's just for the kids. She wants the kids. She wants to look after the kids. It's like, she's a neighbor. She doesn't even know us.
Yeah.
What? So that just kept happening, and it just got to the stage where I was just starting to lose my mind. He would then start, like, if I put my keys somewhere, he would hide them.
Wow.
And I would go searching for them. I would tip the house upside down. And I would spend like hours searching for these keys. And then suddenly he says, look, they're here. I told you they were there the entire time.
Wow.
He did that with my handbag, with my wallet, with everything. He
That
would
is
go and plant his own keys. I was a massage therapist. He would go and plant his own keys in my massage room and tell the kids that I stole them. And then he would get the kids to go searching in my massage room so that they would find his keys. To say,
so
thief, that's what you did.
that to me that sounds that sounds like someone who's miserable would do that. So did he not like you? Is that like did he have some type of vendetta against you?
Oh,
Did you do something?
he was perfect as long as I was giving him sex.
Got you.
When I would say no, then all the games would start.
Mm. But I'm okay. If you all were married, what made you say no?
Because it was getting to that point. Oh, when we come back, I'll go back a bit. When we first got to Australia, my
Mm-hmm.
sister kept calling me to come look after my mother, so I had to keep going back there. So he was missing out on sex
Mm-hmm.
because I had to travel 4 hours away to my mother.
And where was your mother?
She was 4 hours south of us.
What city? What is it? Another
Harvey Bay,
state?
in Harvey Bay. So I was up in Yeppoon. She was in Harvey Bay. So I would travel down to my mother because my sister would call me and tell me she couldn't deal with her anymore. She was going,
Gotcha.
having dementia and all that sort of
Okay.
thing.
So a
Um,
family, it was because you had to take care of your mom. So that seems like that was a lot going on. After you got out of that relationship, how long did it take you to heal from that?
I haven't finished with that one yet. It got
Wow.
so bad. My mother ended up coming and living with us, and
Mm-hmm.
it got so bad that I was in and out of the mental health system every week on suicide watch. Like
Wow.
literally, I could barely get out of bed most days because I suffered panic attacks. And eventually, PTSD brought back all my childhood trauma of
Mm-hmm.
sexual abuse. So
Wow.
I ended up going down before it got to this stage. I went down, my mother almost died, and I had to fly down to Brisbane to the hospital with her for an emergency. And we almost lost her several times. And I stayed there for 6 weeks. And
Okay.
that's when things really turned nasty. And eventually, when we come back home, I just, he flew down. He said something about an old friend of mine who died while he was down at the hospital with me
Mm-hmm.
during sex.
During
And
what
so
now?
during sex, like
Okay.
he found a little photo of me. I was 12 years old. And on the
Mm-hmm.
back, my friend had written, because I'd moved away from her, my friend had written, I love you. So during sex, he's asking me, oh, did you have a sexual relationship with her? Are you a lesbian?
Oh, something
What
is
the
not
hell?
right. Wow.
So I just pushed him off, and that was the catalyst to
Mm-hmm.
everything got worse after that. When I went home and I took my mother back home, she just got out of hospital. I told him I wanted a divorce, and he
Mm-hmm.
got straight in her ear because, you got to picture him as being the nice, polite gentleman that he
Yeah.
portrays to everybody. So he would always know how to get me to react.
Mm-hmm.
So he turned my mother against me.
Wow.
I just spent 6 weeks as her personal nurse, literally doing everything, showering, toileting, everything. I was the nurse. and then just to come back, and suddenly she's listening to him because I'm reacting. I'm reacting to him by yelling and everything, and he's very calm. See, Mum, this is what she's like. See, Mum, this is what she does. But my
That sounds
mum,
like some
well, she
witchcraft.
didn't know, see what he was doing.
Wow,
So,
that's a
all of
bit.
that ended up
Mhm.
happening, and my brother, he also got to my brother, and he's a narcissist also, so they both joined together. And my mother's last words to me that I ever heard from her, I hate you, just F off out of my life. That was her last words to me.
She's
I
no
never saw
longer
her
here.
again. Now she's dead.
Wow.
It took me a long time. That took me a long time. And after that, that's when all the mental health stuff really started coming in, and I just wanted to kill myself. It took me another 3 years after that to get away from him.
So you all got divorced 5 years ago, but
Yeah.
you still were around for 3 years. So you just kind of got away 2 years ago.
No, I that was in 2011. That was the last,
Okay.
no, 2012. And then in 2015, I divorced him. 2016, sorry.
Okay. So you've
I
been
started,
gone away. Okay.
yeah.
You've been gone away from him for 5 years, and so that's been very traumatizing. How long were you with him again?
I was with him for 9 years.
Wow. And he was a narcissist and abusive the entire time.
Yeah. Really, I don't want any sort of form of abuse, but with physical, you know it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
But with his mental abuse, you don't
Yeah.
know what the hell he is doing.
Yes.
I didn't even know what that word was until after I divorced
Yeah.
him. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know what his manipulation was until
Mm-hmm.
after I left him.
Wow. So how did we get into the elevated mindset? How did we?
Okay. Well, after I left him, I actually moved to Egypt.
Okay, you moved to Egypt.
Yeah, because I had to get as far away from him as possible.
So you moved to Egypt. How was Egypt?
I moved to Egypt, and it was here that I did. Well, before I moved to Egypt, I started doing tapping. I learned how to tap, and I changed my life, and I did a course, and I became a transformation coach back then. And I took that to Egypt, and I built my own inspirational education center.
Mm-hmm.
And it was there that I truly did all my transformative work on myself, because I'd taken myself out of my comfort zone.
Right.
So, and it was there, like I was building this business, and I'd done all this work on myself. But during that time, I was touched by God, you can
Okay.
say. I was walking on a beach one day. Now, mind you, I haven't believed in God since I was age 14, since the day my father died.
Mm-hmm.
So I was walking on this beach with another male friend who I also love. I still love. But it's a very complicated relationship with him. And he was telling me he couldn't marry me because of customs and culture and everything. So instead of me getting angry like I usually would, because I just traveled all that way and I was there with him all the time, and instead of that, I was just touched by this bright white light. It just filled me and emanated from deep within my soul, and it just filled me up with all of this love. And it was, I get goosebumps right now.
Yeah.
it was just huge. I'd never felt anything like this. And I just suddenly reached up and I took his face in my hands and I told him that it was okay. That love isn't about marriage. Love is just offering your souls to each other without that ownership of each other.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that moment on that beach just totally changed my life. After
Mm-hmm.
that, things just started just happening with me within my business. I was going to go home after that, and I started praying to God. And suddenly, I would get all these students coming, and I haven't advertised.
Wow.
I didn't advertise. My internet would explode, my phone would explode, and it was like, oh my God, what is happening? And I did that 4 times. 4 times I was going to leave,
Mm-hmm.
and 4 times after I prayed,
Mm-hmm.
my internet would explode. I never once, not ever once, advertised myself there. I was
Wow.
huge. I was so successful.
Wow.
And this leads me to where I am today, is that I had this really amazing teaching center, but I needed to grow it bigger to really become financially successful.
Right.
And I was on the edge all the time. I was on the edge. I could see the vision.
Mm-hmm.
I actually woke up one night from this dream, and I had to draw down. I had to literally draw this drawing because it came to me in a dream of this big center that I am meant to draw.
Okay.
Meant to build.
Right.
So I was just on the edge of my own greatness all the time, but something just kept pulling me back. I did relationship courses. I discovered who I was and why I am the way I am. And I used to tap on myself. I used to do everything. I knew exactly what triggered me, how I was triggered. And I did a lot of work on everything around myself, but I always kept being pulled back to, I'm not good enough. I'm not enough. I don't deserve that. Who do I think I am? And it was during my relationship course I was doing there. I was working with 2 guys in America at the time. And I asked them, how do you stop yourself being pulled backwards when you know everything about yourself and have done all the work on yourself? Their answer to me was, when we know, we'll tell you. I was like, use the big crutches. So I just kept being pulled back all the time. So
Pulled back by what?
Pulled back by my fears, pulled back by my, I'm not good enough. I don't deserve to have that. Who do I think I am? All of that just kept holding me back. The fears just took over so that I wouldn't build that big center.
So where are you at with the building now?
That's what brought me back home.
I
decided to close my business and come back home because I was actually working with Lisa Nichols. Lisa Nichols was my mentor for 6 months while I was in Egypt. And I came back because I'd had issues with my sons because I was over there. So I ended up coming back because of that. And then I came back in October, and the end of February, I think it was, I went to this live event called Magnetic Minds, and I was just curious. I didn't know what it was about. It all sounded a little woo-woo to me. So I just wanted to make new friends who were like-minded people, and I went there. And that just blew my world upside down because within the first 20 minutes, he showed me how to stop yourself from being pulled back.
And how do you do that?
How do you do that?
Mm-hmm.
It's called structural tension.
Structural tension.
Yeah. So, like, we have a dream, okay? We have a dream that's over here, but we have our current reality. So, our current reality is our now. So, I'm going to use an example of a rubber band. So, here we
Mm-hmm.
are in our now, but we have a dream that's over here. So, it's like, how do I get from here to there? So we sit there and we write all our goals, as we always do, and we start moving. But as we're moving that needle forward towards that goal, we sabotage ourselves. A problem will crop up. So it's pulling that tension backwards. Then another problem. So we're always being pulled back doing that two-step dance.
Yeah.
That's why we can never succeed, because we're always out of structural alignment, because all these problems that crop up, it's our silent instruction to ourselves that we're not good enough. So it will sabotage us, or we'll stay small and shrink and not go after what we want. So I work with 4 key areas: love and relationships, health and wellness, career and finance, and soul calling and life purpose. Because the truth is, you have a relationship within all of them. And if you cannot create harmony within all of those, you can't ever create balance, because balance is impossible. Because balance means to give 50-50. And we can never give 50-50 in all areas of our life. So the best we can do is create harmony. Whereas if you're spending a lot of your time at work and you only have, say, 80% at work and you only have 20% with your family, you got to give 100% within that 20% to create harmony.
Yes.
Okay? So you can't create balance. Everybody keeps saying, oh, balance. There's no such thing.
That's so true.
Unachievable. You're always going to be striving for that balance, and it's just unachievable, because there's always going to be areas that you don't have as much time for, because our work takes 80% of our time.
So what would you say, and while I am typing your website, it's www.leannebroadway.com.
Yes.
What would you say to the person, or how could you help the person who is currently experiencing self-sabotage? How could you help them?
We have 5 steps. So number 1, you choose a true goal, a true end result. You see, because we as human beings tend to create from a problem-solving structure. We want something to solve a problem. Okay, we want money because we don't have any.
Right.
Okay, it's not a true choice. Okay, your true choice is what that money can give you. The money itself is not your true choice.
Right. Yeah.
You want what that money can give you. So it's being able to understand your true choice, choosing from your heart and not from your head.
Yes.
Because we have 8 ineffective ways that we actually choose from. I'll get into it in another time, because otherwise we'll be here all day. So step number 2 is remove structural tension, which is the rubber band. So you write down your goals of what you want, and you do your 1 yearly, 90-day, 30-day, weekly, and daily. And so as you're doing all of that, and if you're not achieving what you've written down, then that is your resistance. Okay, your resistance will come up and sabotage you within that. So say you've got to do like sales calls, but really
Mm-hmm.
hate sales calls. You don't want to talk to people.
Right.
That's your resistance.
Yes.
So what I do, I use the superconscious mind to remove that resistance. And I'll talk
Mm-hmm.
about the superconscious mind after we do 5 steps. So I remove whatever boulders are in the way of you moving, keeping that needle moving forward and achieving everything that you desire.
Mm-hmm.
Step number 3 is the emotion of the end result.
Okay.
So the emotion of the end result is where you get to be it to see it.
Yes.
Learn how to stay in structured tension and allow your body to feel the emotions of what it is you truly want. So you
Mm-hmm.
got to create new emotional set points, because the truth is you have to kill your current identity, and your current identity doesn't want to die. So we have
Yeah.
to create
Yeah.
a new identity. And by doing that is simply by removing the blocks within the way without looking at your past, because you're not broken and you don't need fixing.
Okay.
So to get into the emotion of the end result is allowing yourself to imagine it, but not just see it. You have to be it. You
You
have
have to
to
be
really just embody
embody.
that feeling of already having it.
That's right. Look at you. That is so right. You have to die to your old self. You have to
Yes.
be what you see. It's in the being. It's
It's
in the
in the
being.
being, exactly. That's why I always ask on my page, who are you being today?
Okay. That's
Because it's
good.
all about who are you being. It's not about anybody else. It's about you. Everything you do is about you. Bring it all back to you. Bring it back to your heart. Find the compassion and the love for yourself. Forget about anybody else. You can't change them.
That's right.
You can't control them,
Sure
and they
can.
can't control you. What comes out of their mouth is about them. It's how they feel about themselves. You just happen to be.
I was just talking about this today. Whenever we speak, that's a reflection of what's going on with us on the inside. So I
Yeah,
don't have to be offended about what you're saying, because that is all you. That's not me. That's a reflection of
exactly.
you. All I can
So,
do is control how I respond and how I take it,
exactly.
and learn to not internalize what you're saying, because what you're saying has everything to do with you. Right. And
Exactly.
Leanne, go ahead. Let's get
Your reaction is all about you. So
mm-hmm,
nobody has a remote control to make you feel angry or feel sad or feel rejected. You feel that. They
mm-hmm.
don't do it to you. You're doing it to yourself.
That is so true. That's so
So,
true. And that's
and
so
when
true.
you learn that everything is actually about you and not what people are so-called doing to you,
Mm-hmm.
and understand that it's you doing it to yourself.
That's right.
Your rejection, you think other people are rejecting you?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you've already rejected yourself and they can smell it.
That is so true.
When you give up your values, when you give up your boundaries, when you give up the respect of yourself, you are rejecting yourself. And I've been doing that since I was a little girl.
Mm.
It took me 54 years to understand that. 54 years. So I implore you ladies to not wait until you're 54 years old to get this.
That's right.
I want you to get it now, understand it now, reclaim your power through your own self-respect.
That's right. Reclaim. Power.
Because that's where your power lies, is in
That's
your
right.
own self-respect.
Wow. This, Leanne, was so good. And it was just so true. The fact that it's the truth. Um,
I am a truth seeker.
mhm.
I only speak the truth.
That's right. And
I live with integrity.
mhm.
And if there's so much I can go on and say, but we'll be
Yeah.
here all day.
We will be here all night. And
I still haven't even finished my steps. There's just so much I have to tell.
yes.
So
Yeah.
I'm open for anybody that wants to reach out to me and
Yeah.
find
If you're
out
yeah,
more.
you need to put on a webinar so you can actually have time to talk
That
about,
is
because this
actually
is
happening. I'm just in the process because I've just created a new program called Perfect Love in Perfect Relationships.
okay.
So I'm about to launch that in the next week, 2 weeks. I'm just waiting for my videos to
Yeah.
be re-spliced and put together, and then they'll be going on to my
Right.
website,
And make sure
rebuilding my,
you drop it in the group so that people can know. Um,
yeah,
we can make an announcement or something. Because this right here is going to take more than a 35-minute interview to
yes,
for people to really understand. But I'm going to go back and I'm going to digest it, because look, the notes have come off the paper. I can't even write everything. But Leanne Rodway, I'm so thankful that I met you. I'm so thankful that you've given us your time and shared your invaluable experience with us. If you all are interested in having a call with Leanne to help you through maybe your self sabotaging ways, or just even help you to get out of an abusive relationship, you can contact her at www.leannerodway.com, or you can just find her on Facebook at Leanne Rodway. Even, I believe it's Instagram, right?
yes.
Yeah,
Elevated
Elevated
mind,
Mind.
elevated minds mentor, elevated underscore minds underscore mentor for Instagram.
Right. And you can find her there. All right, Leanne, we're over time, but we will see everyone next time. Bye.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.